Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am sharing with you my top rated inexpensive makeup sponges. So these sponges are definitely beginner friendly. They are cheap, they are reliable, and they're just something that everybody needs. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Start off, I'm going to first talk about this sponge. This is the Real Techniques Face and Body Sponge. And it retails for $7.99. I had to look down at my nose just to make sure I come correct. Retails for $7.99, and I got mine from my local Target. Now, this sponge is amazing. I don't know where I've been. I'm pretty sure this is not new, but it's new to me, so it's new. But either way, I love the size. This sponge is easily like 3 times the size of a normal makeup sponge, and that's why I love it. You can literally cover your whole entire face in one, press against your cheek. All right, so the next sponge I want to mention is by Sonia Kashuk. I think that is how you pronounce her name. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sure somebody gonna let me know. But it is her Define Blending Sponge, and it retails for $5. I got mine from Target. Technically, you can hold it like this and pounce your foundation with the outer side, but for me, that's just kind of an awkward fit. So I do only find me gravitating to the sponge when I need to highlight or blend out concealer or contour or use powder. So basically everything but putting on my foundation. I'll use either a brush or, the days when I feel like using a brush, I'll use a brush. And then I'll basically use this for the rest of my face. So, I mean, for the most part, I'm using this 85% of the time. But either way, that's the only thing. This is not like a one tool type of sponge, correct? I mean, if you like applying your foundation with this, by all means. It is still a good sponge. That's why I wanted to include it, because it blends out your concealer amazing. It's super squishy, and it has all these like straight edges and cuts for defining certain areas and only catering to certain parts of your face, which is amazing. I love this straight edge for cutting your powder down the side of your cheek. When I tell you, this sponge, whoever created the shape, give them a raise. Like, promote them, do something, because this sponge is amazing. I absolutely love it. I couldn't believe that it was only $5, because her line to me is super expensive. The last time I went to Target, I looked at some of her things, grabbed it, kind of, it pulls you in with all the colors and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, let me look. And then I look at the prices, I'm like, Sonia, I don't know you enough to be spending $15 on a brush. I'm sorry, but I will be buying another one of these sponges. The sponge is amazing, and you have to try it. All right, so this next sponge, when it first released, I was super excited because I love the concealer. So I was like, oh my god, now I have a sponge to blend out my favorite concealer. So, like, I don't think I gotta introduce this one. This is the e.l.f. Hydro Camo Sponge, and it retails for $6. Now, this sponge, for me, it is a little tiny. I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty small. However, I feel like this pairs great with their concealer. So if you have not tried the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the regular one or the hydrating one, I'm gonna need you to pause this video and either go get it, buy it on somewhere, because you're missing out. And like, make sure you pick up the sponge and blend it with this sponge. I'm telling you, thank me now. Don't thank me later. Thank me now, because it's that good. So what I do like about this sponge, other than it being, great and pairing great with their concealer, I love the fact that it has 2 points on either end. So you can kind of use 1 point for under your eye. You can use the other side for your contour. I also love that you can kind of, cut with your setting powder underneath your cheekbone if you need to, because it's very precise with these points. Now, the only thing I would say is that it's a pretty small sponge, so you can't really use it for foundation, but it's still super duper soft. It does kind of double in size when you dampen it, of course. So it does provide you with a little bit more space, but I find that, I'm not really interested in sitting here and blending out my foundation with it because it's a little tiny for me. But nonetheless, I find myself using this when I know that I need like an airbrush finish underneath my eye and I'm using the e.l.f. concealer. I will grab this 100% of the time because it's that good. All right, so the next sponge I want to talk to you about is the, which one do I want to talk about first? Let's talk about this one. This is the Juno & Co. I think that's, yeah, Juno & Co. Cloud sponge. So this one I actually did not pick up from Target. I bought it from the actual Juno & Co. website some time ago. Probably had this sponge for like over a year. I know that sounds kind of gross to say. Oh, that is kind of gross. But either way, I've had it for like over a year. I don't use it on an everyday basis, honestly, because I have so many different sponges that I can rotate and, you know, keep in my rotation where I'm not using the same sponge. But this sponge is what opened my eyes to something other than the Beauty Blender. This was my first sponge that I purchased that was not Beauty Blender brand. And absolutely love it. It retailed for, I believe, $5, and I got it in a set. I think my set was maybe like $8 or $9, and I have this color and I have it in black. I'm not really a big fan of light colored sponges. I mean, that just makes sense. I'm using darker makeup, so for me, they're harder for me to keep clean. But for the most part, the sponge is amazing. It's like I said, like I've said about all these sponges, they're all pliable. They're all super soft. They double in size, of course. But what I specifically like about this sponge is its multiple shapes and options that it provides you with. Like, this is truly a sponge that you can use for your total face application. Like, there's literally no need to grab a brush. There's just so many edges and options. And it's the Japonesque beauty sponge. It has another name, but the brand is Japonesque, and it is their, I'm gonna pull it up, one sec. Kamidori, I think that's what it says. Kamidori, something like that. Sponge. Don't come for me in the comments, but that's what it is. It's their marble collection. It's their marble sponge. I actually have this. I have two of these black and gray ones, and then I have two of the pink and purple. Y'all, this sponge, it retails for $9.98. When I was trying to do research to find links and find where I can buy it online again, I basically didn't really find it. Honestly, this sponge, when I tell you, I've had it for a couple months now. To me, it still kind of looks brand new. Like, there's no tears, there's no issues whatsoever. I love how soft it gets when you dampen it. You know how sometimes like soft could be a bad thing when it comes to sponges, but no. This sponge, it's literally the perfect density for makeup application. It doesn't soak up all your product. It's the classic teardrop shape, so it's, you have your point, able to blend out your concealer. You have your butt side where you're able to pounce your foundation into your face. This sponge is just amazing. I really wish that I can find it again. If I do, I was gonna say, girl, I'll pick you up one. No, if I do, I'm picking myself up 5. Alrighty, so those are all the sponges that are my favorite. These are sponges that I literally use on a everyday basis. Lies, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not wearing makeup every day. But either way, those are sponges that I use on an every time basis. I'm wearing makeup, whatever. So yeah, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a huge thumbs up, comment down below, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as turn on your notification bell so you are aware when I am uploading. That was a deep breath. And yeah, as always, stay safe, stay kind, please wear your mask. I repeat, please wear your mask, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.